Hey, day 3 now, and today we're going to talk about decoys. And just like calls, just like any gear, the industry has done a really good job of convincing you that you need them to be successful in the turkey woods. They come with realistic paint jobs, motion stakes now. They got full strutters, breeding pairs, submissive decoys, Jake decoys, all these different setups. And there's an entire science being sold to you around decoy selection and placement. And if you do not have the right spread, you're leaving birds in the field, or if you don't have, all of these right decoys with this paint scheme, you're never going to be successful. So I'm going to push a little bit back on that. And before I do, I want to say this is just my experience, once again, talking. There are hunters out there that run decoys everywhere they go effectively, and they kill birds with them every season. And I'm not saying they are wrong. I'm saying that the way decoys are marketed to you and the way they are actually perform in the real world are two different things in my experience. Here's the reality: decoys work best in open country where a bird can see them from a distance and where he is already fired up, already looking for a hen or looking for a fight. Field edges, open meadows, power line cuts, places where visibility is good and the bird has room to strut and posture. In those situations, a decoy can absolutely close the deal for you. Um, but in a lot of places where you're hunting timber, thick cover, pressured areas, places where you're gonna find turkey a lot, and where birds have actually seen a decoy on the market, a decoy can become a liability. Um, a pressured tom that has been burned by a decoy before will hang up at a range and stare at it for a half an hour before walking away. And a bird that comes in hot and hits to that decoy and gets no response from it will leave just as fast as he came in, and they'll learn that. And so, uh, you just have to be very aware on how you're using them and where. And, one of the things that not a lot of people talk about when, especially using decoys or using reaper fans and things like that, is carrying a decoy or a fan or anything through the woods during turkey season on public land is something you need to think hard about. It can be dangerous coming from a guy who got shot at in Florida. Um, you need to keep it covered. You need to be smart about where and how you're moving with it. And you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. That's a real conversation that gets glossed over when someone is trying to sell you a new decoy. Now, social media and outdoor channel and everything, they love decoys because they film well. A tom, hammer, and a full strutter decoy makes incredible content to put out there. I get it. We're probably all guilty a little bit of that. But that is not a reason to build your entire strategy around them. Use them when the situation calls for it. Leave them in the truck when it does not. And spend the time you would have spent researching the perfect decoy spread, learning where the bird wants to be instead. That knowledge will kill more turkeys for you than any decoy. It was a short one today. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about decoys and their setups and how they're used whenever you do have to use them. Thanks.